Learn English through stories of 5. Adapted and modified by Kulwant Singh Sandhu. Contents: 1. The Missing Doll. 2. Bund the Clownfish. 3. A Baby and a Sock. 4. Grandad and Mutton Curry. 5. Little Red Riding Hood. 6. The Tortoise and the Hare. 7. A Good Girl. 1. The Missing Doll. Jessica is very sad. She cannot find her doll. Her mom says, "Look in your room. Maybe your doll is there." Jessica looks in her room. It is in a terrible mess. She starts to clean her room. She puts all the books on the shelf. She puts her blankets on her bed. She picks up her clothes off the floor. She puts her toys in the toy box. Jessica collects her crayons from the floor and puts them in the zipping bag. Now the room looks very tidy. "I found her," Jessica says. "My doll was hiding under my clothes. I think she was playing hide and seek." Jessica puts her doll in the dollhouse. Jessica is happy. Mum is happy. They are very happy. Jessica's room is happy. Jessica's doll is happy. Jessica's dad is not happy. Why? He is starting his work shift very early tomorrow morning. What time? Before 5. 2. Bund the Clownfish. Bund was sad in the sea. As a clownfish, he felt like he should be funny. As a clownfish, he was not funny. He was not funny at all. He was very serious and did not make anyone laugh. He told jokes to the lionfish, but they did not laugh. He told jokes to the dogfish, but they did not laugh either. "I am a clownfish and I should be funny," Bund said aloud. "You don't have to be funny," said a shark from nearby. "You are kind and helpful, you are friendly and smart. But clowns make people laugh, so a clownfish should make fish laugh," said Bund. "The lionfish do not act like lions, the dogfish do not act like dogs," the shark told him. "Bund, just be yourself." So Bund did just that. He stopped trying to tell jokes. Soon, the fish all liked him. Soon he had a lot of fish friends. One day, Bund said, "I'm going to tell you all a joke." "Bund, no, no more jokes." Bund said, "Just kidding." In England, clowns make people laugh. In India, Bund makes people laugh. Clownfish, dogfish, lionfish, catfish and shark are all different types of fish. 3. A Baby and a Sock. The grandmother is taking her socks off. Her granddaughter Rita says, "What a horrible smell. Where is this smell coming from?" "Sorry, Rita, these are my socks which are spreading the horrible smell. I've been walking 5 long kilometers," says grandmother. Grandmother explains to Rita that sometimes horribly smelling things make people happy. Once, even Rita was happy with a smelly sock. Some years ago, Rita's mother comes home. The mother has been working all day and she is tired. But she wants to play with her baby, Rita. The mother gives her baby a red apple. The baby tries to eat the apple. Her mouth is too small. And she has no teeth. Her brother takes the apple away from her. Her brother eats the apple. The baby cries. Her brother gives the baby a blue ball to play with. The baby smiles. Her brother takes the ball from the baby. He rolls the ball on the floor. The brown and white dog picks up the ball. The dog chews on the ball. The baby cries again. Her brother picks up the cat. He puts the cat on the bed with the baby. The baby pulls the cat's tail. The cat jumps off the bed. The dog runs after the cat. The baby cries again. Her brother lets the baby hold a sock. The baby plays with the sock. The baby is happy. Her mother is happy. Her brother is happy. The whole family is happy. One little smelly sock made the whole family happy. A little poem about a sock. I love my socks. Today one of them is missing. I cannot find it. I look for it by the front door, under my bed, on the bathroom floor, under the stairs, in my toy box, in my wardrobe, next to other socks. My mother is calling me. I am calling my sock. Where have you gone? Oh, my missing, lovely, lovely sock. 4. Granddad and mutton curry. Granddad is very fond of eating mutton. He brings 1.5 kilos of young bakra. Grandmother cooks it with a lot of spices: garlic, root ginger, paprika, hot red chili, salt, black peppers, cumin, turmeric, and many. He eats in a big bowl with 7 chapatis on a plate. Then he burps very loudly. He is happy. He sees the dog and the cat playing. The black cat jumps up onto the chair. It looks down at the white dog. The dog is chewing on a bone. The cat jumps onto the dog. The dog keeps chewing the bone. The cat plays with the dog's tail. The dog keeps chewing the bone. The cat jumps back onto the chair. It starts licking its paws. The dog stands up. It looks at the cat. It licks the cat's fur. The cat licks the dog's nose. The dog goes back to its bone. A boy comes to the room. He is wearing a yellow shirt. He almost runs into the chair. The cat jumps off the chair. The cat jumps onto the sofa. The chair falls onto the floor next to the dog. The dog stops chewing the bone. The dog goes after the boy. The boy runs out to the street. He throws a stick. The dog goes after the stick. The dog lies down. It chews on the stick. Then Grandad sees his little granddaughter playing with birds. The baby is lying on her back. A bluebird flows in through the window. The bluebird has blue eyes. It sits on the baby's small bed. The bird has a bell around its neck. The bell rings. The baby smiles. The baby reaches for the bell. The bird shakes its head. The bell falls off the bird's neck. It falls next to the baby. The baby picks up the bell. The baby rings the bell. Another bluebird flows in through the window. This bluebird also has blue eyes. The baby has brown eyes. The bird looks at the baby. The baby looks at the birds. The baby rings the bell again. Both birds flow away. The baby starts to cry. His mum comes into the room. The baby smiles. Mum sees the bell. She asks the baby where the bell comes from. The baby points to the window. 5. Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood is a young girl. She likes to wear a red hood on her head. One day she goes to her grandma's house. It is in a dark forest. Little Red Riding Hood walks and skips. She has some bread for her grandma. A wolf sees Little Red Riding Hood. It is very hungry. It watches the girl and gets a bad idea. A little later, Little Red Riding Hood sees her grandma's house. She opens the door and goes inside. She can see her grandma in bed. Come closer, says Grandma. Grandma, why do you have big eyes? Asks Little Red Riding Hood. Better to see you with, my dear. Grandma, why do you have big ears? Asks Little Red Riding Hood. Better to hear you with, my dear. Grandma, why do you have big teeth? Asks Little Red Riding Hood. Better to eat you with, says the wolf. The wolf jumps out of Grandma's bed and runs after Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood screams and runs outside. Outside, a woman hears the scream and runs to help. She has a big axe. The wolf sees the woman and the axe. The wolf is scared and runs away. Little Red Riding Hood and Grandma go inside and eat the yummy bread. Together. Inside, they are safe, warm, and happy. 6. The Tortoise and the Hare. In a deep forest, far, far away, lives many animals. The two of them are very good friends. One is a tortoise, and the other is a hare. One day, Tortoise and Hare are going to play games with their friends. Hare wants to run to join their friends. But Tortoise is walking very, very slowly. You are so slow, says Hare. Yes, I am, says Tortoise. I think a snail is faster than you, says Hare. Suddenly, Tortoise says, I want to race you. Everyone can see how fast I am. You want to race me, laughs Hare. You are too slow. If you want to race, then we can race, says Hare. Okay, we can ask our friends to set up the course, says Tortoise. Good, then we will race tomorrow, says Hare. That night, Tortoise goes to bed early and sleeps all night. Hare is so excited, and he can't sleep at all. The next morning, everyone meets by the old oak tree. Tortoise and Hare line up on the starting line. Ready, set, go, yells the animals. Hare runs off as fast as an arrow. Tortoise slowly walks forward, slower than a slug. Hare runs and runs and runs. He is so far ahead that he can't even see Tortoise. Now Hare is very tired because he did not sleep last night. I think I will rest here for a bit. Tortoise is too slow to catch up, Hare says. Meanwhile, Tortoise walks and walks and walks. He walks over hills, across streams and under logs. Slowly but surely, he catches up to Hare. Tortoise sees Hare, and Hare is still sleeping. Tortoise does not stop. He keeps on walking toward the finish line. Later, Hare wakes up from his sleep. He sees the sun and realizes that he slept all day. He quickly runs off, hoping to still beat Tortoise. Hare runs and runs and runs. He zooms over hills, through streams and over logs. Finally, he sees the finish line. But, oh no! Tortoise is already there. Hare sees Tortoise cross the line. The tortoise wins the race. All of the animals cheer. How did you beat me? Asks Hare. You may be fast, Hare, says Tortoise, but slow and steady wins the race. 7. A good girl. Sunita always listens to her mother. She always does what her mother says. If her mother says, brush your teeth, Sunita brushes her teeth. If her mother says, go to bed, Sunita goes to bed. Sunita is a very good girl. A good girl listens to her mother. Her mother doesn't have to ask her again. She asks her to do something one time, and she doesn't ask again. Sunita is a good girl. She does what her mother asks the first time. She doesn't have to ask again. She tells Sunita, you are my best child. Of course, Sunita is her best child. Sunita is her only child. Some years later, Sunita thinks to herself, I love my mum, she is the best mum in the world, but can I make my own decisions? I don't like studying late at night, I rather study early in the morning, but my mum doesn't agree with me. Whom do I listen to, myself or my mum?